Never have algae again. Yes, never have algae again is a bold statement, but we can back up this claim with evidence and facts. We have been in business with our patented product since 1979. We know our chemistry. There are two basic groups of algae. 1. The free-floating types include the green and mustard varieties. They tend to be found throughout the water. While they may cling or settle on surfaces such as walls and floors, they are not usually affixed to them and are easily brushed off. They tend to color a water body cloudy green or yellow. 2. Black algae is the common name or term given to the dark blue-green algae found growing on the sides or floor of a pool. Black algae growth in localized areas such as along one wall, in the deep end, in a corner, or around obstacles such as steps indicates an area of poor circulation. The most common cause of irritation for pool owners is water that is green and cloudy. The growth of both types of algae can be easily prevented by using a quality algicide such as Clean and Clear as part of your regular maintenance program, and by proper circulation and filtration. The regular use of Clean and Clear algicide is strongly recommended to prevent problems, especially if a failure of the sanitization system occurs. Sanitizers such as chlorine or bromine can often be lost very quickly due to equipment or operator error, or by heavy rainfall or bather waste demand. If this occurs without Clean and Clear present, the rapid growth of algae can occur in a few hours. However, if Clean and Clear is present, it will act as an algae growth prevention until the sanitizer system is functioning normally. However, from time to time, algae problems do occur. The following factors need to be considered before treatment. How much algae is present? Sufficient Clean and Clear algicide must be added to treat all of the algae at one time. Clean and Clear only needs to be topped up every week. Age of the algae. The older algae becomes, the more difficult it is to control. Treat the problem as soon as it is noticed. Sunlight and water temperature. It is best to treat when algae are actively growing. Sunny days and a water temperature of 60 Fahrenheit or higher will be helpful. Green algae. The most common algae associated with swimming pools is green algae. It will take advantage of any failure in the normal sanitizing program and quickly infest a pool. One will see green algae problems frequently appear overnight following heavy rainstorms. This is because rainstorms, especially those with lightning, actually provide food for the algae in the form of nitrogen. The nitrogen not only feeds the algae but also destroys chlorine residuals by forming combined chlorine. The best way to treat for green algae is to prevent it in the first place. Use Clean and Clear regularly as part of a normal maintenance program. This will prevent algae from growing, even if a failure in the sanitizing system was to occur. It is always easier and more effective to prevent the algae problem than to try and eliminate it once it occurs. Yellow or mustard algae. The yellow or mustard algae is very similar in form to the green algae but is much slower growing. It is also very difficult to destroy. By the time you see it growing in your pool, it has likely been there as long as several weeks. Additionally, since yellow algae is low in chlorophyll, which is light-loving, the algae live and even grow in dark areas of the pool such as plumbing and filters. Clean and Clear is particularly well suited for controlling yellow algae, but others, including recently developed synergistically blended products, are also effective. One word of caution. It is not unusual to need to treat yellow algae more than once to bring it fully under control. This again points out the value of preventing the growth in the first place. Black algae. It is considered the most difficult algae to control. However, it is also likely the easiest to prevent. Black algae typically gain a foothold in areas of the pool that suffer from poor circulation. Areas such as corners or in certain areas of the deep end are often identified as places where black algae continue to show up in a particular pool and are then nearly impossible to eliminate. Most often, these areas suffer from inadequate circulation and thus little or no fresh water, sanitizer, or algicide gets to the area with any regularity. One of the best ways to prevent black algae growth or eliminate it once it surfaces is to correct the circulation problem. Once it begins forming, black algae develops specialized cells that lock it deep in the pores of pool surfaces. In order to effectively control it, All of its cells, including those deep in the surface, must be killed. It is all but impossible for chlorine alone to get this deep into the pores of the pool's surfaces. In addition to the attaching or locking mechanism of black algae, the growing colony also produces a defense mechanism. Outer layers of the colony produce a waxy coat that prevents chlorine, or algaecides, from penetrating into the colony and killing it. Therefore, the algaecide used should contain a penetrating agent. This agent will actually work to help the algaecide penetrate into the pores of the pool surface and cut through the waxy coat with a special wetting action that chlorine does not have. The following steps will help in bringing black algae under control. 1. Correct any problems with the circulation pattern in the pool. 2. Brush the colonies, as this will break through the waxy coating protecting the colony. 3. Add an algaecide intended for use on black algae. 4. Brush the colony daily thereafter, if possible, as this will remove any dead cells from the surface, exposing the living cells underneath for exposure to the algaecide. That concludes our video on algae control. The takeaway is to control algae by preventing the growth in the first place. Clean and clear is the smart product to use.